to tie a shoe. Our goal by today is going to be able to independently tie our own shoes. There is a link that I would love for you to join because there are a couple activities that we are going to be working through. While you're getting that link, I will be around to help if you have any issues getting in. It is case sensitive. My name is Stephanie Howe, and I'm going to be coaching you throughout today on how to tie a shoe. We have a pretty hefty agenda where we are going to complete some engaging activities, and I am going to be encouraging you to share your voice when it comes to some of these activities. I would love to hear your thoughts and ideas that you have because your voice matters. So let's go ahead and begin to collaborate. If you need more time, feel free to pause the video and we can get started once you have that link all set. On a scale of 1 to Prince Charming, won't lose this slipper, how secure is your knot? So I'd love for us to just share on a 1 to Prince Charming, we won't lose this slipper, how secure is your knot? Okay, so we're just going to quickly go around the room. I would love for you to share your name. I would love for you to share what you do in education and then how secure your knot is. Okay, let's go ahead and begin. The 3 whys. So I want you to just kind of think about, why does tying my shoe matter to me? Right? Why does it matter to me? Okay, I love what Lindsay said, right? Learning to tie your shoe creates independence. Oh my gosh, I love what Ben is saying, how it creates fine motor skills within our students. Also, it can help with that problem solving, the preparedness. Oh yeah, it's even comfortable. I agree with that statement. Thank you guys for sharing. Why might it matter to the community? Okay, so again, why might it matter to the community? I love what this pair is sharing to each other. They're talking about how it can reduce adult burden, right? Sometimes as teachers, we get stuck and we're tying all these shoes, but really we need to lessen that burden and put it back on the student so that way they can independently tie their shoe. It also allows for others to ensure public safety. If someone in front of you, if someone in front of you doesn't have their shoe tied and they tripped and you just fall in front of them, that's not great either, right? And so that supports that independence too. Okay, taking it a step further. Okay, so we talked about why it matters to me, why it matters to the community. Why might it matter to the world if we know how to tie our shoe? So again, learning to tie our shoe is often seen as a milestone. I love that answer. Yeah, it is a milestone, right? And so we want to make sure that we're supporting that child development for that worldwide. Awesome. Okay, so again, it matters to me as an individual because I want that independence to be able to tie my shoe. It might matter to my community because, again, that safety or adult burden, right? We can't always just be tying our students' shoes or our kids' shoes. And it matters to the world because, again, this is a very big milestone within our students, and we're supporting basic skills, which can, again, be a small part to something even larger. Awesome. So, this or that, you're going to get some time to work on this choice board. We're going to take it box by box, okay? So you're going to do explore. We're going to then do connect. We're then going to reflect. So I'm going to set timers throughout this activity where you are going to be able to explore. Once that timer's up, we're going to come back and we're going to connect. And then we're going to reflect, okay? So there's going to be timers throughout. If you need the slides again, up here is the link. Again, it is case sensitive. When it comes to exploring, you have 2 choices. You can either watch the video or you can look over this graphic. So you can either play the video, you can also click on this link and it will take you to a graphic with tying your shoes. So you get to decide. You can do both if you're like, I want to actually do both. And feel free to pause the video, okay? If you want to practice, which I highly encourage, there are shoes. So I know some of us have dress shoes on today, so you might not have brought your shoe with your shoelaces. So what I would love for you to do is, no worries if you didn't bring your tennis shoes, but up front is ton of different pairs of tennis shoes that you're able to grab if you need a pair. So again, I highly encourage you, as you're watching the video, as you're looking at that step-by-step graphic, pause, try it. Okay, I want you to try it as you're working. I'm going to be around the room during this time. So if you have any questions or need help, I'm going to be there to support you. Okay, so again, I'm going to set a timer for about 10 minutes. During that time, I want you to watch that video, and I would love for you to watch that graphic, and then I just want you to pause. Okay, so if you finish the video, you can rewatch it and actually practice, but I'm going to be around to help. Also, right here is a needs help. Maybe you need help and I'm not available. You can type your name right here, and you're going to be able to click join. This is a chatbot for you to help you with the steps of tying your shoes. You can type your question, you can also speak it, you can type your thoughts and ideas, but if I'm not available, this is also here to support you, okay? But I am going to be around as well. So I'm going to be kind of helping, watching, and observing during this time. Okay, 10 minutes, go ahead and begin. Awesome. So I saw a lot of you pausing the video, which I really loved. I also saw a lot of you kind of taking a moment throughout that graphic and actually tying your shoes. So now that we've had some practice, now that we've kind of explored that topic, I also want us to connect. So I want us to go ahead and take a moment, and we're going to make a connection, okay, with a partner near to you. What did you struggle with? Which step did you struggle with? You can just use your fingers, so 1 through 6, to show which step you struggled with the most. Or which step do your students struggle with the most? All right, so for me, it's typically number 5 is the most struggle that I have seen with my own kids, myself, even my students. So again, that 5 is where I struggle the most. Okay, so I see a couple 4s, I see a couple 2s, okay, and I see a 5 or even a 6. They don't pull hard enough, right? So again, now that we know where our struggle is, we are going to go ahead, and I'm just going to quickly review those steps. So right here, I've got my shoe, and I'm first going to go ahead and I'm going to hold it up, right? We want to tighten it. After that, I'm going to go over and I'm going to cross those 2 strings. Then I'm going to go under and pull, and then those bunny ears, okay? And sometimes our students really struggle with holding this, right? They really struggle with holding those bunny ears. And then this is the step that majority of us that our students struggle with, is they cross those bunny ears, and sometimes instead of going under through the loop, they actually go through this like string area, and it's not making it any stronger. So if we go down and under and pull, then we have our shoe, okay? So what I want to do now is we're going to do an activity. It's called Fast and Curious, okay? This is an EduProtocol that I love to use in the classroom. It allows my students to see their time from their first time to their last time. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to use a stopwatch. And right here with this stopwatch, I'm going to go ahead and clear it. We're actually going to tie our shoes, and we're going to time ourselves. And every time that we do it, we're going to add our time into these boxes, okay? If you're still struggling, no worries. We are going to be here to support you as well, okay? So I'll be working with anybody that struggles, but for those that are ready, I'm going to go ahead and start this stopwatch, and I'm going to go ahead and tie my shoe, okay? So again, I'm going over, under, bunny ears, and then I'm going to cross those bunny ears and go under and pull. Oh, 11 seconds, 0.94. So right here, you're going to type in that box. I'm going to go ahead and use the pen though. 11, and then I think it was like 9.4. So our goal for round 2 is to beat that time. Okay, so again, we're going to try to beat that time. So I'm going to start the stopwatch for you, and I want you to tie your shoe. Okay, so go ahead and untie it. Here goes that stopwatch. All right, write down your time once you tie your shoe. Awesome. Okay, now we're going to do it again. So go ahead and untie your shoe. I'm going to go ahead and start that stopwatch. And again, you're going to go ahead and tie that shoe. And then once you get it, write down that time. So for me, it's 9.7. Look, our number went down, right? And so what I love about this activity is every single time that we tie our shoe, our number decreases, which means we're getting faster, we're getting better at it, and the more that we try, the better we get. I started off with almost 12 seconds, where now I was almost down to like 10 seconds. And hopefully, if I did this again, I would be down to like 5 seconds. So, seeing this decrease in our data can help us be able to make those connections with, wow, I am improving over time. Okay, so I hope this helped you to be able to make those connections. Now, I want us to reflect. You have 2 reflection questions. You only need to choose one. You're going to do these reflection questions on page number 6, okay? So here is where you're going to do and type those reflection questions. What was the most challenging part of your learning today? Okay, when tying your shoe, what was the most challenging part? What did you learn about yourself and how you learned best by overcoming that challenge? The second option, if you choose that one, is if you were to teach somebody else how to tie their shoes. What's one piece of advice or encouragement that you would offer based on those experiences? I'm going to set a timer for 4 minutes. So if you need more help tying your shoe, or if you need support answering these questions, I'm going to be around to answer any questions with follow-up. So again, 4 minutes, go ahead and begin. Awesome. I loved how some of you were like, okay, I am definitely using that Fast and Curious with my own children to teach them how to tie their shoe. Love that activity because, again, they get to see that reflection on how they're doing. And I love to use that activity with vocabulary as well. Some of you were also sharing how you were like that you could pause the video, right? And so some of you were like, oh, I really liked, being able to learn. Some of you thought seeing that and comparing where you were to what's happening was also helpful. Great. Thank you guys so much for sharing. All right, we've come to the end. So next steps, must do. I would love for you to provide feedback. I would love to just continue to grow as a coach and presenter. So I would love your feedback to know what I can do. Also, if you're ready to dive deeper, or maybe you're like, I want to learn how to tie some more knots, feel free to schedule a follow-up and we can chat more one-on-one or in a small group. Also, join the community. We have a thriving community, and so I would love for you to join this community where you can collaborate not just with yourself, but with others, and you're able to collaborate together. And lastly, I would love for you to share something that you've learned with either a friend or on social media. And so if you have any questions or you need any help, here's my contact information. But I hope you have independently been able to tie your shoe, and thank you so much for learning with me today.